Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10.
Gone! Here we go now.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Being chased out left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
second down. Jackson. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, a Baltimore native, Tavon Austin. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now here come the Ravens. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, That's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there. John Brown, he's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 95 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there for the Bengals. 58 yards. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jonathan Anderson with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Bullock will put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the Ravens taking the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone! Wide, get wide. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on third down. Jackson certainly giving the Ravens a spark in his rookie year. He's got him on the move with a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, line it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here's a give to Mixon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Looking to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it
He's got a man complete. Rashad Perriman off to the races. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 94 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Bullock will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Jackson on first down, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Jackson on second down, forced out to his left. And some space here. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And this one is incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got room. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They go play action with Jackson. And that's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Jackson operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Detroit!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Dancing to his left. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing on 1st down. Jackson. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Jackson now to throw on 2nd down. And some room to roam now. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
A 1st carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he stopped immediately there. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On 3rd down, Murray. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Breaks a tackle. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And now running right through it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a 20-yard loss, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, we all know that the instinct is to fight for every possible yard and try and pick something up. But every now and then, you've got to know when to turn off your instinct. Okay, in this situation, find a way to go down and save some yardage. I mean, quarterbacks do it all the time, right? Play up, we don't have it, just take the sack, fight for another down. In this case, though, he kept trying to make something happen, and that loss of yardage, it changes field position, changes everything you're trying to do on offense, really puts them in a bad spot.
Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run for it. This is Murray. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah,
and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Nixon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons, he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. In for the score. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On 1st down, Murray trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A handoff to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. A very solid gain of 27. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final shot. They'll look to throw. forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon.